into the deck, because as a 2-mana 1/3 with Death Touch, it says whenever creatures you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters, and when a player has 10 poison counters or more, they lose the game. So this card is super fun, and what would be even more fun is having more Fins. And so Strixhaven brought us a few fun ways to do that. First off, we have Double Major, 2-mana instant, copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary. So we can have 2 Finn the Fangbearers for the price of 4 mana on the same turn, which is a little bit expensive, but that's actually after we set up our board. So turn 1 we play a 1-drop, turn 2 we play maybe our 2-drop, our new Needlethorn Drake, which is a flying with Death Touch, is really nice in the colors that we have here. Turn 3 we play more Death Touchers if we have them, and then turn 4 Finn the Fangbearer with a copy is busted if we can make that go off, and will most likely win us the game. We also have other ways of copying Finn the Fangbearer with Echoing Equation. So 5 mana, choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn, except those creatures aren't legendary if the chosen creature is legendary. We also have the other side, Augmented Pugilist, 3 mana, 3/3 trample. As long as you control 8 or more lands, it gets +5/+5, so it can be a really busted thing to copy later on, or just a good creature for us that can hit in for damage, which is nice with some of our other legendaries. So of course we want to use Echoing Equation on Finn the Fangbearer, but we also have Toski Bearer Secret, which could work really well with either Double Major or Echoing Equation, giving a token creature indestructible and having ways to draw way more cards, which is one of the main things that I needed with this deck. I actually built another different version, played a few games, and it just wasn't working out for me because we needed card draws so that when we did have our Finn the Fangbearer die or have something happen, we needed more options of ways to find it. So Toski is perfect here, as well as Questing Beast being really, really good cards to copy as legendaries with Echoing Equation to either draw a million cards with all of our already really cheap small creatures, or we can turn them all into Questing Beasts, which can hit in for tons and tons of damage and kind of have the evasiveness of not being able to be blocked by 2 creatures with power 2 or less. We also have Decisive Denial, which comes in from Strixhaven, which is perfect for this deck, being able to have a counter spell as well as the ability to fight with our death touching creatures, which Finn the Fangbearer at 3 toughness can actually fight a lot of things and still survive, and with the death touch we will for sure kill them. We also have Ram Through, which of course is the perfect rule for this deck. In the mana base we have 2 copies of Turn Timber Symbiosis to make sure we can find Finn the Fangbearer or just Toski or something else that we need if we end up hitting lots of lands in the late game. Playset of the Pathways, playset of the Snarls, playset of Fable Passage. I'm not sure if we should be playing a full playset of Fable Passage while we're running the Snarls. Yeah, it's not actually. And so I changed it. We're playing 2 copies of Fable Passage and 9 forests here. So that's it for this deck, guys. Let's go make a bunch of copies of Finn the Fangbearer or whatever else we can and hit in for tons of damage, hitting for poison counters, and winning the game. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick reminder that 65% of you guys that watch my videos all the time and still haven't subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and let's dive right into the gameplay. All right, up against LeBlanc, 3 lands, 2 Fins, and another creature. Okay, I'm down for this hand. Being on the play would have been better, and having a creature isn't just willing to die immediately would have been better too, but you know, whatever. Let's see if they block now. We can play out Finn into Decisive Denial and kill the Eye Twitch. You're supposed to attack. Yeah, we still play out the Finn. Pass the turn. Yeah, we don't offer the Eye Twitch log. We need every Death Toucher we can get here. If they have removal, that'd be annoying. This deck has a lot of chump blockers, so maybe I should just go for it right away. At the same time, though, they have a lot of chump blockers from their sideboard with the Learn effect. All right. Jaspera Sentinel. Needlethorn Drake is interesting. All right, so we're playing this tapped, regardless. All right, so Decisive Denial, fight with Finn, kill this, swing in, Eye Twitch probably blocks. That gets rid of 2 bodies on the board. They get more bodies on the next turn. How much does that actually help us? Getting a Needlethorn Drake at least would help a little bit here. I can swing in with both. They kill here with a Eye Twitch. That means they don't have a flying blocker later. So I think we actually swing in like this. Could still fight this. Nah, we let it go through. I think this is still the better play. I don't want to overcommit with the decisive now. I'd rather have it for a counter spell later. They could grab the card that exiles creature. We already have a second Finn, so I'm not as worried about that. And now we have a flying Death Fetcher. Dude, Needlethorn Drake is great for this. All we need now is someone to get Death Touch. I am wondering how good Sultai version of this would be instead. You could play Binding of the Gods with a bunch of pest tokens, maybe even, and have the Death Touch trigger with that become relevant. The odds of that playing out perfectly are not very high, but it's a thing you could do. Best summoning, cool. I can see if they'll triple block. Hopefully just land for questing these though. It's another Finn. If they triple block, I can Decisive Denial, kill the Sentinel, kill a pest, have less blockers. If I'm going to go for the Echoing Equation, that's better. Which right now, with how many Finns I've got, it might be the best play. Could just keep swinging it with this, keep protecting it. This has reach, right? All right, I need to hold it open actually. So all attack. Let's see if they try to kill the Finn.
Then this is.
They might go for the triple block here. They let all of it through. Ooh, lolly. Whoa, that's a bunch of counters that we get in went for. This has reach. Yeah, pass the turn. Okay. Yeah, Jasper Sentinel I think is actually a really good one drop for this deck. I was trying to figure out what the right ones would be. I really like that one here. All right, Sedgemoor Witch. That's annoying. Swings for one. Cool. So we actually just want to kill the Sentinel here. We really have to be getting in with the Drake every turn. Yeah. They might have a Village Rites. Or is this a Plumb the Forbidden? But they don't have the mana for it. What are they doing? Wait, where? Oh, they have the Jasper Sentinel to cast the Plumb the Forbidden. Decisive Denial doesn't do a whole lot here now. They have Menace. Okay. Yeah, they're losing their ability here. Resolve all. Black Toll doesn't really matter here because we're hitting him for this, which is actually one of the things that's nice about this deck. If they have another Sentinel, that'd be really annoying. Of course they do. Oh boy. Nice. All right, well.